the CDMA 2000 at one stage was very competitive as well, and more recently we're seeing LTE, and that process will continue. And also at this time we're seeing now the beginning of the introduction of 4G systems, of IoT advanced systems, and that's all of these ones will continue in parallel. And the advantage of having standardization is that there is this interoperability, there is an evolution path, and I think ITU has had a big role in encouraging and promoting that, yes.
All right. So, just let's find out how does IMT 2000 and IMT Advanced standardization process influence the regulator definition of 3G and 4G. So, to what extent do you think the differentiation between IMT 2000 and IMT Advanced has an influence on having 3G and 4G services? What do you think of that?
I think the terms 3G and 4G are terms that have been used in the market. There is no formal definition of the terms, and there's no established set of requirements nor method of testing against those. That's something that's used in the marketplace, and is not defined within ITU. Within the ITU, what we have done is define, first of all, the IMT 2000. We defined the technical criteria, and then we did an assessment against that. So that's the process we used, and that's the process that we also used for IMT Advanced. Now, in terms of the original IMT 2000, the marketplace had termed those 3G, and in terms of what is being developed and implemented now, this is being termed 4G. Now, in some cases, they're also saying 5G or 6G, but as I said, there is no defined criteria for those. These are terms that are used in the marketplace.
But let me give you this real case. So imagine or assume that we have an operator that have a spectrum for 3G, all right, or IMT 2000, and then he wants to get more spectrum to be used for LTE, or he wants to reform his spectrum to be used for LTE and instead of white CDMA, for instance. So then the regulator just object and oppose that, arguing that LTE is one of the IMT advanced technology. So you need a new license.
Can you just hold on a second, please?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, sorry. Hello?
Yes. So, can I continue?
Yes, sir.
I was telling you, Mr. Colin, that imagine or assume a scenario that regulator prevent operator from reforming the spectrum or from using the spectrum that was licensed for IMT 2000 technology for IMT advanced technology, arguing that there is differentiation between them. Do you think the ITU has an influence on such decision?
I think the licensing matters are really a national consideration. ITU doesn't license anything. What we do is identify spectrum that could be used for particular applications such as IMT. Now, initially, when we'd done IMT 2000, we identified spectrum for IMT 2000. But since then, of course, we have developed IMT Advanced, and in the previous conference, you'll see that the aim for all of those allocations has been to make them identified as being suitable for IMT, so not specifically IMT 2000 or nor IMT Advanced, just a generic IMT, so anything that complies with the IMT specifications could fall into that sort of category. But the licensing issue itself and the conditions that are put on licenses are carried out by the individual administrations. And that's their decision. The ITU has no role in licensing.
Yes, but don't you think that the existence of two, families of standard just impose such paradigm by the regulator to differentiate between technologies?
Well, as I've said, from the ITU's approach, we have identified frequency bands suitable for IMT, not for one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in terms of the approach of the specifications, we have had one of the requirements for IMT Advanced was that it would be able to be backwardly compatible with the IMT 2000 to ensure that there is an evolution, as I'd introduced the concept before.
Yeah, but let me ask you, why did the ITU, what was the motivation for the ITU to have the name of IMT for IMT 2000 and IMT Advanced? What was the reason for that?
For the name?
Yes. Why the Radio Assembly just took such decision?
The name of IMT was originally, when work started on this many years ago, IMT 2000, it was called a Future Public Land Mobile Telecommunication Service. And that was FPLMTS, which was rather a mouthful. So there was a desire to come up something with a name which was a bit more brief, and that was considered by the groups that we